What's up, y'all? It is Tuesday, May 21st. We almost through the month of May. What can you hold in your right hand, but never in your left? What can you hold in your right hand, but never in your left? Hopefully you got the answer to say it's actually your left hand. So you can't hold your left hand with your left hand. Now, there was another answer that people liked, which was you can't hold your left elbow. So you can try, but you can never actually get that. So who knows, right? Okay, cool. Let's move it along. I also got this message this morning from Parent Square. Check that out. It said, El Capitan High School did not approve the senior pranks. If your student arrives with a younger sibling or animals, they will not be allowed on campus. Not allowed on campus, right? Please do not send animals or younger siblings with your child. I don't know what's going on, but obviously the senior prank got found out and exposed. Okay, cool. So let's go over here. We got the test going on. The test going on Wednesday. So make sure that you have been studying. We've been talking about this since last Monday, the previous Monday. So make sure that you are ready to rock and roll. Okay, cool. So we're going to take a short break for the people who are in class. They actually did this already. For the people who are online, if you're like, I'm at home, just go ahead and write this out inside of your journal. That's right. Write the whole thing out inside of your journal. And all you're going to do is calculate the number of protons, neutrons, and electrons. I'm not going to go over all of them. You do have notes on this. We have practice stuff that we did last week. So you can, hopefully you know how to do it. I will show a few of them, and that is all I am going to show. So I think I have that pulled up already. So take your time, take a few minutes, get all these done. It should take you 5 minutes or less. So in class, I gave students, I said 10 minutes, but 10 minutes in total. So 5 minutes for them to work, and then 5 minutes for me to talk about it, and then that was it. So take 5 minutes, pause this video, and make sure that you got that done. You should already know. Did you get this done? Don't try and play through the video and just wait for answers. I'm not even going to give all the answers. I'm only going to give some because we've gone over this multiple times. So at this point, you should be able to. And if you're not able to, then I'm like, go back and review and let me know if you need help with that. Or you can go back and watch some of the previous videos from like Tuesday, Wednesday. We went over this at the beginning of class. We talked about this at the beginning of yesterday's lesson. So you can go back and I reviewed it then as well. So make sure you get this done. Okay. Cool. Now, this is going to end up being extra credit. So if you're at home and you're doing this, just send me a picture of your journal where you wrote all this down, or the paper you wrote all this down on, and then you can email it in to me for some extra credit. All right, so cool. Let's just talk about this real quick. I'm gonna go ahead and scroll in. Some people, let's go ahead and do argon right here. Argon right here. Boom. So remember, this right here is the atomic number. Cool. This down here is your atomic mass. Okay. So just like the periodic table, atomic number, atomic mass. All right, cool. Now, this right here is the number of protons. Remember, the number of protons is equal to the atomic number. So that would just be 18. Cool. No math required there. And then for a neutral atom of argon, there is also 18 electrons. Boom. There you go. So protons and electrons for a neutral atom are going to be equal to the atomic number. Okay. So just realize that. Okay. Now, the neutrons, that's where we got to do some math. So right here, we take the atomic mass, we round it to the nearest whole number. And since this is a 9 right there, then we're going to round to 40. I'm just going to write it right here in this box. And then we're going to subtract out the atomic number, which is 18. And then what we have left is 22. So 22 is the number of neutrons. Boom. It's just that. It should hopefully be that easy for you. So let's go ahead and just take a look. We'll just do another one at random. We'll just come right here to silicon because we've done aluminum already. So remember, the atomic number is equal to the number of protons for a neutral atom and also equal to the number of electrons for a neutral atom. We have to come right here, take the atomic mass. We're going to round it to 28. That is the nearest whole number. We're going to subtract out the atomic number, which is equal to 14. So 28 minus 14 is 14. Boom. That's how it should be looking. So that's why I'm saying, like, oh, it should take you about 5 minutes to get through all of these. Now, the only one I am going to look at that I want to really point out to you is hydrogen, because we haven't covered this yet, but I wanted to talk about it. is this idea that the number of protons is equal to the atomic number. The number of electrons also equal to the atomic number. Now, we have to round this to the nearest whole number, which is going to end up being 1. So 1 minus the atomic number is equal to 0, which means hydrogen has 0 neutrons. 0 neutrons. So I just wanted to make sure that that was out there for the people. Okay, cool. Let's go ahead and close that. And then if you have the worksheet, I put this on the back, but if not, you can just put this on an additional sheet. I just wanted to talk about this real quick. On to the next thing is this idea. Hold on. Let me grab it from over here because I think it'll look better when I get it. Do. Say new, and then we're just gonna go ahead and grab ourselves a copy right here. And by the way, of this sheet they're showing right now, this sheet right here, I'm going to choose from one of these chemical or molecular formulas. I am going to choose from one of these. So just know that, like, this is going to be one of the ones on the test. I don't know if you can see me or not. Does not matter. That's okay. So a lot of people wanted to choose tea or ethanol. Okay, so we'll just go ahead with this. And what we're going to do is we're going to say how many atoms and how many are there in total. Sounded like something was going on over there for a second. So let's just identify all of these, and hopefully at this point you can identify these, right? Because we've been practicing these. So that C is carbon, the H is hydrogen, the N is nitrogen, the O is oxygen, and then we're just going to put total. So the total, okay? So let's just start going through these. So C, remember the subscript goes to the element to the left, so that's 6. H has 15 right there. Okay, cool. So we're doing good so far. And then N does not have a subscript, so that means it is equal to 1. So it is just the 1 that you see right there. And then the O has a subscript of 3, and then that's going to give you 3. Then you're just going to end up adding these up. So 6 plus 15, that's 21. 21 plus 1, that's 22. And then 22 plus 3 is going to give you 20. And I'm almost off the screen. We're just going to scroll right over. 25. So I wanted to put that out there for you. So I could ask this question in any way, which is to say, yo, what's the total number? Can you tell me how many carbons there are? I could also ask you what elements are in there. So I could ask any array of those questions. Now down here at borax, I did also want to show you this. This is the last thing I'm going to show you, and then the rest of this time is going to be for you guys to study, is this right here. When you see this 10 in the front, it is the distribution property, right? Distributive property. That's what you've used in math. So that means that the 10 is times that H, and then it's also 10 times the O. Now, here's the question. How many hydrogens are there right here, just right here in water? Hopefully you see that there's 2. So 10 times 2 is equal to 20. And then how many oxygens? 1. So then we're going to say 10 times 1 is 10. That's how you count how many is in front. Because this is saying there are 10 water molecules. 10 water molecules in borax. So let's just go on over here and then get all of our stuff written down. So we have Na, which is sodium. Hopefully you're like, yeah, I got that one. Sodium. That B is for boron. The O is for oxygen. The H is for hydrogen. And then the total is for, guess what? You guessed it, total. All right, cool. So then we're just looking right here. Here's the subscript, sodium, and we don't have any more anywhere else. So there's 2 of them. We're good. Boron. So again, boom, subscript is for the element immediately to the left, and that is 4. Now, oxygen has a subscript of 7 here, but that's not all the oxygens. We got to keep counting also this water over here. So 7 plus 10 gives us 17. Cool. And then there's no hydrogens over here. There's only hydrogen right here. And we see that we already counted that. And we've got it at 20. Now, if you add all of those up, right, you've got, this is how I do my math. I say 4 plus 17. That is going to give me 21. 21 plus 20 is 41. 41 plus 3. That gives me 43. Now, you could have put this in a calculator, but that is how I do it, because those are numbers that I can do in my head, okay? All right, so that would be the total number. So again, I could ask you for how many of each atom there is in that molecule. I could ask you for the total number of atoms in that molecule. So I could ask you any other things. I could also ask you what elements are in that molecule. I could just ask you that, and then you'd have to tell me. Okay. All right. So I will, that is actually everything for today. And you know what? I will go ahead and save this, and I'll call it Counting Atoms. Ooh, I already got it, Counting Atoms, and this is going to be number 2. Boom. All right, so we're going to save that. We'll get out of there, and then it is just time for you to study. You see this in here? There is, I would definitely tell you to take the quizzes at least once, and that will give you an idea of like where you are at and what you may need to study. Go through your flashcards, and that should be everything. All right, y'all. Peace.